If the new Formula 360 CBR looks like a sports car on the water, there's a reason. She was born on the drawing board of race car designer Michael Young. The sports car look certainly matches the sporty way the boat handles. I'm Captain Tripp with Boat Test, and today I'm with Captain Boomies aboard Formula's 360 CBR. Today we're going to do some performance testing and go over the mechanical spaces and tell you what makes this boat special.
This boat is the first boat designed by their new designer at Formula, Michael Young. So you're going to see some styling here that is totally race car. That's going to be important because these design changes are not only beautiful, they are functional, and they're going to make a difference to the performance, and we'll talk about that.
Our test boat has a length overall of 36 foot, a beam of 11 foot 3 inches, and drafts 42 inches with the stern drives. Our test weight was estimated at 20,252 pounds with 60% of the 200-gallon fuel capacity on board and 5 passengers. The wind was blowing around 10 knots and the sea state was less than 1 foot. The temperature was 92 degrees with 68% humidity. In case you haven't figured it out already, Formula has absolutely the best painted hull finishes in class. It is an option, and virtually everyone who buys a Formula, no matter what the size, selects a hull color for the boat of their dreams. In this case, the color chosen was Midnight Sapphire Metallic Blue. Formula's 32-point protocol of preparation, application, curing, and its remarkable regimen of sanding and buffing, compounding and buffing is repeated again and again until the finish has the translucent depth of a custom show car. Now, let's take a look at the heart of this beast. We have easy access to the mechanical space and the twin Mer cruisers. Now, this boat is equipped with Bravo 3 outdrives with twin props. It's going to give this thing a lot of bite in the water. But looking down in here, I'm seeing some interesting things. I think the first thing that caught my eye are these little, I initially called it a bicycle pump, but it's to use in the water drain procedure of the engines. Now there's also a sea chest in here, which is fantastic because whenever you have a stepped hull, that's kind of important to have the sea chest to keep a good prime on all of your water intakes. This boat has 2 water intakes at the transom, and they are both led into the sea chest. But if you need to turn those off in an emergency, you can do so with these custom stainless steel levers that allow you to do that without having to crawl all under these hot engines if something happens while you're underway. The last thing I want to mention is how easy it will be to access all of your service items, like to check your oil, add oil, oil filters, and a few other things. Everything is clean and open. They didn't just pack everything in here in a crazy, wild way. They thought things out well. So if you're owner-operator and servicing your own boat, you can do so without too much trouble. And then on top of this hatch, there's some acoustic foam, which is going to kind of deaden that sound from the engines while you're underway. But also, if you're working down here or coming out, you're not going to hurt your head quite as bad if you bump into it. Just forward of this is access to the generator.
Inside here, we have a 7.5 kilowatt generator. It's going to run things like your air conditioner.
Let's go take a look at the helm.
This helm is laid out like a race car. Over here I've got my throttles and my skyhook joystick. And what I really like, and what's going to help us get rolling on this bad boy, is this chain counter right here.
Good to get underway, get a little breeze in us, get comfortable in here, like this little flip down for the sports car style, which I'm seeing a lot of here.
It's a very comfortable helm, very responsive, everything I would expect from this Merc setup. But this is only one of the options.
Right.
So you can get this with bigger Mer cruisers, or you can get this same boat with outboards.
And quite a few options there. So, and we know this is Formula, they're gonna not limit you on your horsepower. You can have more than you probably need.
Right now, with the smaller Mer cruisers, I would say that I'm pretty comfortable when she gets up on plane, but I might want a little bit more. And especially if I'm picking and it's my fantasy life, I want the bigger outdrive.
Yeah, the largest inboard option I think is great because it's going to give you plenty of power. You're going to get that big swim platform on the back so you can enjoy things.
What other options would you pick?
For owners who like to keep their boat in a saltwater slip, I would definitely recommend Mercury's Seacore saltwater system. It's a closed-loop cooling system filled 50-50 with fresh water and propylene glycol. It does a better job of transferring heat away from the engine block, it's anti-corrosive, and lubricates water pumps and metal parts. Mercury hardcoat anodizes the patented low-copper aluminum alloy to shield against galvanic corrosion. There's a handy freshwater flush for the heat exchanger, along with a dozen other details that fight corrosion, all backed up by Mercury's 4-year limited warranty on its saltwater anti-corrosion system. If you're going to keep your boat on a lift, in a dry stack, or in freshwater, you don't need the Seacore system and can just go for the freshwater engine flush.
Some of the other options include your screen size up here. I'm pretty comfortable with this size right here. You could go a little bigger, and it might make resale value a little more tempting.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not really going to see myself doing any major cruising on this boat or overnight, transit, so this is adequate for me.
That also brings up, there is the option for radar and FLIR. Those are expensive options, and if you're only going to be day tripping, I don't think you need them.
Or even short weekends. We have a cabin on board, so it's easily doable for a short weekend. And again, I don't think that's necessary for the majority of the owners of this boat.
I like shopping for boats in my fantasy life.
Yeah, sure. I like weighing the options as well. Sometimes all the goodies are good to have, but sometimes they're just not necessary.
All right, here we go.
There we go. Yeah, that's good.
Did you feel how little drop there was there?
Yeah.
It was like here, and then she's here. Love it. All right, let's make some turns. So how does that feel as a passenger? As the driver, I love making these big turns. They feel great.
No, it's good. I'm here playing it. I'm happy. I'm sitting alone in the boat. I have the best seat there is.
Let's go find a wake to hit.
All right.
Did you spill your drink?
No.
Well, that's the mark of a good bowrider to me.
Agreed.
And it has a lot to do with the fact that this is the first CBR that Formula has created that has a stepped hull.
Yeah, and that 21 degrees of dead rise is not hurting either.
No, it's awesome. So 21 degrees dead rise is right in that sweet spot of, it's not so aggressive an angle that you should be out in the ocean.
Right.
But it is just enough that you can handle the chop of the wake of a boat going by.
Yeah, and you're still going to get that comfortable, stable ride.
You got it.
Yeah. I didn't run them like this. I can see everything. How about yourself?
This is great visibility. These curved windows, the wraparound. The only spot that's a little bit blocked from my vision is here, but the angle is so steep and aggressive and very Formula One that I'm not losing any visibility there.
No.
This windshield's angle is so aggressive and gorgeous.
Right.
But it doesn't really give me any protection from the wind. But right now I love it.
Yeah. Well, and also it'll help keep in this air conditioning that's blowing at our backs, right?
Is that why I feel so good down here?
That's it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Our test boat was equipped with two 380 horsepower 8.2 liter MerCruisers, and with them wound up to 5,000 RPM, we saw a wide open throttle speed of 48 miles an hour. On our test, the Formula 36 CBR found her best cruise at 41 miles an hour at 4,500 RPM where she burned fuel at 0.8 miles per gallon, giving her a range of about 180 statute miles, all while holding back a 10% reserve from the boat's 200-gallon fuel capacity. She reached 10 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds and hit 30 miles an hour in 15.5 seconds, and was running at 40 miles an hour in just 23.5 seconds.
These engines back here, these Mercruisers, they need a lot of air to run right. And the way they've solved the airflow issue on board is with serious sports car design. The sides of this boat have the coolest looking intakes, and it makes me want to get a poster for my bedroom. I love looking at them.
Well, this is a Formula. They do look good, and they look like they go fast. So sports cars feels match.
Perfect. It's such a great combination of design meets performance.
Yeah, I agree. And especially if you step into those bigger Mercuries, you're gonna need even more air. So that's why I had to put a lot of thought into that.
I'm so windblown and absolutely thrilled. I love getting to test brand new boats. Performance tests are my favorite.
It certainly is exciting and can be a little dicey at times, but it's always a good time. And I would like to see how this boat would run with the bigger Mercruisers or some outboards on it.
You know this is hull number one. This is their prototype.
I'm Captain Tripp with Boat Test.
I'm Captain Boomies. Life is better on a boat.
It is.